Welcome to video number 4 on our series on building your marketing system and creating your pages. At the end of the last video, we left off when we created a capture page. This is the page that will collect your prospect and hopefully future partner and customers' information in the form of their name and email address. We're going to go to the Toolbox tab, go to the Splash Builder, and click Splash Pages. Now, I'm starting fresh with this video, but this Splash Page Builder tab should remain open in your browser, so you won't have to keep walking back each time like I'm doing in these videos. But for the sake of making this understandable to you and making sure you get this, I start fresh with each video here. So what you're going to want to do, though, your first step before we create your splash pages that link to your capture pages, we need the capture page URL of the capture page you just created. So what you would do is scroll, get that capture page URL from the list. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to use a capture page URL that I already know is working and operable with the proper form code for my campaign. So I'm going to click a capture page that I have made previously. But you're going to want to copy that capture page URL because you're going to need it to connect that to your splash page. The splash page is the attention grabbing page that encourages your prospect or customer to click to get more information. And it's the splash page URL that you will use in your advertising. So what we want to do, though, first is we're going to save that capture page URL that we just made and paste it into the document that we're using to save our information. Okay, so once we have this saved, and we also have this one saved here, but this is for the thank you page. This was the URL or the ID number for our campaign, and this is the ID number for our capture page. And it might not be a bad idea when you're putting these in to put the description also in with these numbers so you know what they refer to. So you would just put like thank you here. That's your thank you page ID. This is your autoresponder ID. This is your capture page ID. That'll help you keep these organized. But anyway, we need this because we're going to link it to our splash page. Now, to create your splash page, you're going to want to start with a fresh template. So you're going to want to call this, say, Splash 1. And create that page. For all your splash pages, you're going to use this picture squeeze page template. It simply works the best for these. So we're going to select that. We're going to update the template. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click go back to edit page. And there it shows us the template is active. Now, for these types of pages, and we'll cover this, there are some changes you're going to need to make as you go along. But the first thing you want to do is come down to this headline text area, just like we did when we made the thank you page. And you're going to want to click on this HTML box in your tools here and bring up the source editor. All right. These are your splash pages. There are 3 opportunity splash pages. You can use one or all of these. This is the gold banner splash page configuration and we are going to be using the picture squeeze page template. So at this point, all we want to do is copy this code and paste it into the editor. However, before we do that, we need to link our capture page to it. As it says, your capture page ID goes in the highlighted area, and that's this area here. And you'll notice we'll be entering it twice. The reason is that there are two images that form this page, and you want to make sure that no matter where your prospect clicks on that page, that they go to your capture page. So we simply enter the number in twice. So we're going to go down and get the URL for our capture page. And all we need is this number at the end, right here. So what we would do is copy this and paste it right over what is here. Just make sure you don't leave any extra spaces or eliminate any of the characters that border the number. You don't want to do that or it won't work. So that's all you do. You copy that number from your capture page and place it in these highlighted areas in the splash page. Then you can simply copy this entire code after you've done that editing. Go to the HTML editor and click paste. Then you simply update, and then you update the settings. Then to preview this, click View Your Splash Page. Now, as you can see, we've got this border area that we don't need, and we need to change the background color. So this all blends in and the page is all one color. So just like we did with the thank you page, if you remember. So what we're going to do here is a couple things. First of all, we're going to scroll down here and change our site name here. And we're going to make this Online Empire. Then we're going to change these color settings. The background color setting is going to be black, all zeros. The body background we also want to be black, all zeros, 6 zeros. Border color, once again, we don't want a border. We don't need it. Click no. And then we're going to update the settings. And you can do this from the top or the bottom of the page. Update settings. Then we're going to view the page. And there you have your first completed splash page. Now, as I said before, this is the attention grabbing page that you'll be using to get your prospect to click. It invites them to click on the continue button. And if we've assembled this properly, this should take us to the capture page once you've gotten this far. So we will click continue. And that takes us to our capture page. Now the background's a little bit different because I used a preformed page that I had already made. But this is working so far. And you're going to want to test this out when you build these pages to make sure these links are working. Now, our final test, we're going to enter our name. It's going to be Joe Prospect. And then we are going to enter an email. I'll just enter an email I have on file. And then we're going to click the Let Me In button. If this is working properly, we should go to the thank you page. There's the thank you page. So now we know that this is working properly. That person has now been added to your autoresponder campaign email list for follow-up later. That's all for this section, and we'll continue on with the training in the next video.